Yo, what's up everybody? How's it going? Today we're doing something a bit unusual. We're playing a game that most of you have already heard of, and that is Elden Ring Nightreign. This is of course FromSoft's new title, a game that was released about a week or two ago, and that honestly had kind of a mixed reception at first. I waited with playing it. I've of course been a big FromSoft enjoyer for many years now. I've played way too much of the Souls series. I've played a ton of Elden Ring as well, and I just kind of wanted to give them some time to figure out the initial troubles, because I thought there would be some, and I was correct, there were some, and now they have done that, and here we are. I have a lot of thoughts on this game. I think it's actually kind of a tricky one, a bit of a complicated one, but we're going to just play, and we'll see kind of how it all works out. Now this is a roguelike-esque game. Which apparently is the thing that we do on this channel. I don't even know how that happened. I guess it's just the games that I like. Point being, this is a bit of a roguelike. So the point of this game is that we basically go in here. That's the wrong button. Commence operation, there we go. And then we can come in and we can pick out some bosses that we want to fight. I always like just going with everything that I haven't defeated yet. I've played this game a little bit, not too much, about 3 hours. And yes, that does imply and mean that this is my second attempt at recording a 3-hour version of this, or 3-hour video of this. My bad, the first one I didn't think was very good, so I thought we'd just do it again. Also, that is unhinged, I know. Anyways. So yeah, but you can choose your bosses here, and then you go into a map and you play, and the run takes like 30 to 40 minutes, and you just kind of try to level up quickly, try to get strong, and then try to kill the bosses along the way. So, before that, we can do so-called relic rites. So we can come in here and we can make our character more powerful. So for example, I can say I want this increases my magic damage negation, this gives me dexterity +1, or improved blood loss resistance and increases my arcane. So I just get some extra stats for selecting these. Vigor +3, magic pots in possession at start of expedition, throwing stone damage. You know what, let's go Vigor +3. Draw enemy attention while guarding. So this is like a tank thing. That would be good if I played in a group. This game is meant to be played co-op. I will be playing it by myself, at least at the start. And we might do a round of co-op, we might not, depending on how I feel. As much as I think the idea of co-op only games is fun and cool and valid, personally, I enjoy playing roguelikes by myself. So yeah, you defeated Gladius in 3 hours. I did it on my second run actually. Okay, although I did that one in co-op and we got really lucky because we had a good team. So anyways, we're going into the map. Now immediately, something that I think is a huge problem with this game is that there is only one map. The map does have kind of some variation possibilities, but not always. It's just occasionally the map will be a little bit different, but most of the time you are on the same map every single time, and that is not great in my opinion. One thing that I do like though is that there's no full damage, so you can just drop down and immediately wherever you're going and just kind of start from there. So we have this game structured into so-called days, and each day, oh hello, each day we just kind of fight enemies and try to level up. Oh, hello there. We can die, which is a bit odd, bit surprising. Wouldn't expect that. Well, okay, sorry. Of course we can die, but it's actually fine if we die. It's not great, because if we die, we lose a level. But the game doesn't end. We can keep playing, which I think is a bit surprising. Alright, we're just kind of taking these guys down. It is actually important that you just kill these enemies, because you need to get levels. And you then can gather some loot that's just on the floor like this. Now, this is another point of criticism. I have a bunch of criticisms for this game. I enjoy it. But I'm gonna go ahead and just get like started immediately with the things that I don't think are that I don't think are great. So one thing that I don't like is that instead of just gathering up the loot, you first click on the loot and then the loot spawns, which feels just like a little bit unnecessary. I mean, why isn't it just the loot? It's right there. Why do I have to click on it first to spawn it in? That is so weird. I mean, obviously they could just make it so that the loot is the loot, right? Okay, so we just kind of gather stuff up. Oh, I can... that's kind of fun. How does this work? Oh yeah, I got a little guy. Now you may have noticed right there, if you're an Elden Ring enjoyer like me, that was a pretty fast animation. Yes, most of the item animations are very, very quick in this game, which I think is good. Makes it so you can actually use them. Now we've got some souls. We've got 10,000 souls in the top right corner. We run over here. Now I can level up. You just level up. You don't assign stats. You don't have like any more control than that. You just level up. Now we also have some abilities. So for example, I can pull this guy in. My abilities are in the center of the screen there. Center bottom. I have a regular ability and I have an ultimate ability. The regular ability is something that can either pull me here or I can pull enemies. The ultimate requires some charging. Well, I guess the regular ability requires charging too, but it's much faster. Hello there, doggo. Take down you. Is there something dangerous? No, just a little guy. Take him down. Thank you very much. Anything cool? No, not really. I'm looking for a boss. There's usually like a boss style enemy in an area like this. Pots, stone sword key. I will pick up a stone sword key. That can be pretty useful. We can use that to open up some areas or fight some bosses. Like it's just kind of nice. Now, we are on this map and we don't have infinite time. In fact, we are limited in time by a circle. Yes, literal Fortnite style circle. This is your first Fortnite-like Souls-like. Now, the circle makes sense to me if you think about this as a co-op game, which is what it is intended to be. So I think we need to kind of forgive it a little bit in that direction, right? Like we need to be acknowledging that this game is intended to be played in co-op. And as a result, the circle makes sense because it makes it so that your team doesn't just get to fuck around forever and then, you know, kind of go that way. And you need to actually move into a... like, you need to move forward, is what I'm saying, right? And that's, I think, a pretty important factor. Because otherwise, a game like this could end up feeling like a giant slog where you just endlessly farm. Right, level up endlessly. But the night tide grows stronger. This means that the circle is about to start moving. We are still within the area of the circle, so we actually don't need to worry about this at all. And we can continue just kind of fighting stuff. Now, admittedly, I am not really doing super well because I have not found any bosses. Now, if I was a more experienced player, I would just know where the bosses are. Because as I already said, in this game, we're always playing on the same map. So there is no real reason why I would need to search for bosses. I could just go where they are. I don't know where they are though. I haven't played enough for that. But this is just kind of like an interesting factor. I talked earlier about how I had a team that was very good and that's why I managed to beat the game on my second run. And yeah, that team actually was a team with 2 players that, or at least 1 player, I was just constantly running behind 1 player, who knew where the bosses are. Now, it's not super crazy to figure out where they are, because generally speaking, you see a big castle. Yeah, there's probably a boss in there. Probably. I mean, just gotta find the entrance, go in there, beat some things up, and you're probably gonna be finding something to take on. Now, unfortunately, I couldn't find the one in the earlier area. Just a little bit annoying, but that's alright. Where is my entrance here? Oh, hello. Take down you. Oh, that's not good. So I am noticing some sort of problem? Yeah, okay. So this castle has some magical defenses that can hit me from pretty far away. Okay, gotta get out of here. Let's run, 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 run. I think we can get in down here, so let's do that. That should at least keep us safe for the moment. Now, you might have noticed we have this really fast run. We can wall climb, wall jump. This game has a lot more mobility than you would usually expect from a Souls-like, which I think is cool. It makes it like really fast-paced, makes it just feel very dynamic in a great way. Like just all around a positive, I think. Okay. We're gonna... Oh, what was that? A demon casts a spell. I have not experienced this before. I don't know what just happened. Exalted flesh. Yes, I think I want this. Okay, I have lost maximum HP. Very strange. Alright, something is going on that I'm not a big fan of. I also am getting attacked by glintstone nonsense. Alright, let's take down you. I'm not inside of this. No, well, I am fine. I'm fine. Like, I was worried that I might not be... that I might be outside of the circle. Alright. I am out of healing. We are actually just in a really terrible spot. Okay, this isn't going well. We need to heal. I'm not sure where I'm healing. That one was not active. Okay, I've got an Estus, presumably because of something some other player did. Just like somewhere in another game. I always think that's why you get those bonus Estus. But that's alright, I've got enough HP now, I feel reasonably confident. Alright, bring you in. And where's the last guy? There he is. Yeah, the wall is slightly awkward. Okay. Alright, let's pop this. Magic pot. I don't have a great use for that. Smithing stone. Smithing stone is nice. Bust my weapon. Pop this. Dismounted. That seems like a much better weapon than what I've got. Can I use it? Yes. So, if it comes to these weapons, there are level requirements for some of them. Not for all of them, but for some of them. Also, by the way, I have a very limited inventory. So I just need to be kind of careful with what I've got equipped and where I've got it equipped and so on. Also, I am probably not finding a healing spot in this area, am I? Oh, yeah. Ooh. Are you the boss? Or is the boss like an army of these? I am getting... Oh, there we go. Crystallian. Okay. Crystallian. Yes, 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 yes. That makes sense. Alright, let's pop some of these. Mostly just because I am a little low on HP. So against Crystallians, we want to break their poise. Oh, that is not the right attack. The attacks have changed a little bit from Elden Ring. There we go. It broke his poise. We do this. And at this point, we can just stagger this dude. But it's a Crystallians. Where's the second? Up here, maybe? Oh. Weirdly, yes. Okay. So we've defeated a boss, which means we get this. We get to choose an item. I think I'm taking the Claymore. We can get rid of this S-Talk. Now, items have passive effects that are active even if you just have them in your inventory. So, while I'm not using the claymore, if I just have it in my inventory, I still get the benefit of having it. Alright, we get some ranged weapons. Taking damage boosts damage negation seems really good. Let's get rid of this. So now I have a ranged option here as well. Let's have a quick look. This claymore is way more powerful. And it has wild strikes. So we want to do this, that's for sure. I did not mean to do that. That's my bad. Okay, we need to move anyways. Because the night is coming. And it is dark and full of terrors. Is that? That's Game of Thrones, right? I haven't thought about Game of Thrones in a minute. Alright, so we're level 5. We have some equipment. It's not ideal. Best case scenario, we would be a higher level. But level 5 is fine. Level 5 is okay. Alright, let's run. Probably take these guys down on the way. They're not super powerful. And we do a good bit of damage now. Is the night still coming? Yeah, it's still coming. Alright. So we are narrowing down where we are headed. Oh, this is a church. We gotta remember this. Because churches give us the opportunity to increase our healing. Which would be good. Oh, nothing here. Probably just go down. Seems like around here is where we're gonna be fighting. Ooh, I want to kill this. These bugs are really nice to kill because they are... they give us talismans. Magic Scorpion Charm. I mean, it's not the most useful, but it is literally anything. There is a Night Cavalry. I would have really liked to take that on. Maybe we can do that after the boss. Maybe we can do that after the boss. So, the bosses are always kind of split in two. The first part is that there is going to be just a horde of enemies. Right? Just like random enemies that have really... Like, I guess they are thematically appropriate for the boss usually. But we have to just kind of kill a bunch of ads. Which I'm not a huge fan of, I have to say. It feels a bit like busy work. Because, you know, it's not super difficult. So I'm not sure why they make you do that. But they do. I mean, I guess there's one big guy down there. Alright, let's grab you really quick. And now this is the tricky one. I think I can probably just kill this with... Oh wait, this is not the right kind of weapon. Oh no. Okay. I was not expecting it to use that... Oh, fuck. Alright, let's just go... Just go with a shield, I think. Nope. Shield, not a great idea. Yeah, I don't like these hands. I think they're... The big hands, they're a problem. Okay, that's good. Oh, fuck. I've used up all of my healing. Oh no, I might just die here. Yep. Alright, alright. We have one resurrection. Yeah, maybe I was a bit full of shit when I said that these are not that much of a problem. Also, I guess... Okay. Here's the thing. Oh, Centipede Demon. Hello, buddy. I've not fought you in a minute. Dark Souls boss. Probably been updated, right? We'll see. So anyways, what was I saying? I think my Elden Ring experience kind of gave me a bit of a disadvantage there, because in Elden Ring, those hands have way more poise. You can't stagger them that easily. So I was not expecting to be able to stagger it as easily as I did. I should have gotten a critical hit there. I need a better shield. Alright, just chip away at it. Don't overcommit. Probably use the Exalted Flesh. You find a lot of consumables, so I think it's just fine to use them. Just use them. I lost track of the guy. Oops. Oh, I died. Okay. I don't know. I've never fought this boss. No, I fought the Dark Souls version of it. But this version is slightly different. Alright, okay, so we died. That wasn't ideal. I think I mostly just threw while fighting the hand. I should have just killed the hand. I did not expect the hand to go down that easily once I actually started hitting it. So, my bad. But now I know. Right, that's just kind of like a matter of learning. So we've got a bunch of different characters here. I just played Wilder. The Guardian is kind of a co-op character. Iron Eye is an archer. Duchess is like this fast-paced attacker. Also more of a co-op character, I think. I have not tried these down here, so let's do that. Let's try out Raider. This guy has a passive ability, Fighter's Resolve. Taking damage boosts Retaliate potency, cannot be knocked down while using it. And then we've got Retaliate, Assume attack stance and pummel vigorously. And ultimate art, Totem Stellar, drive Gravekeeper's Wedge into Earth to summon a giant tombstone. So I don't know what most of that means, but I guess we're about to find out. Alright, so there's a character with a big weapon. Big hammer. That's already pretty good. That's pretty good. I'm happy about having a big hammer. Alright, okay. Alright, I don't like the double hit. Let's try this. So if I do... And what is this tombstone thing? How is this helpful? I guess it's for the archer to stand on? It's for ranged attackers. Does this do damage? I mean, I guess. It's a buff. I suppose it is a buff. Alright, and then, let's try this really quick. I can, by the way, something I like here is I can, kind of change how often I can use my abilities. Alright, alright. I'm not entirely sure what the point of that is, but that's fine. So let's just kind of see if we can do a run with this dude. Uh-huh. In we go. In we go. Hello, Mr. Horns. I will skip. I was just like, come on, I don't need to. I don't need to see this guy taking off with his bird every time. Alright, day one. We need to make sure we actually fight the bosses. I think the problem we had last time is that I went into that one area and I didn't find the boss. And that's just kind of like a bit of a waste of time. Alright, let's make sure we are actually dual wielding this. Wow, this weapon is very slow. Yeah, that is too slow, I think. Because the enemies in this game are pretty fast, as you can see. And that's mostly because, again, it's meant for co-op. Which is like a little weird. Because I feel like if you were to pitch me this, I would have said like, hell fucking yeah. I can do Elden Ring roguelike runs. And then somebody comes in and is like, yeah, but it's going to be all co-op. I'm like, why? Wait, hold on. You just made it worse. I gotta get a faster weapon. Alright, we picked up this spear. I guess it's something. Unfortunately, not as sick as the other weapon, I have to say. I like the other one more. But that's alright. So, level up. The first level up is really important. What do we have? We've got this. We've got an S-Talk. Continuous HP recovery. Now, you see how these things have like bonuses? These always apply. Bloodhound Step. Holy shit. I got Bloodhound Step? Really? Holy fuck, I do. I think this is not how the character's meant to be played, but here we are. This is a fairly strong enemy, so... Horse down. Horseman down. Good. Let's go into this castle. Oh, this is the same castle from earlier. So this is something I already mentioned, right? But this game does not have any randomization. And I do think that that is a problem. Well, sorry, that's not right. There is randomization to the items. It doesn't have any map randomization. And I feel like that's something it could really have benefited from. I think for this guy, we probably want to go with a bigger weapon. Wait, where did I put my big hammer? There it is. Oh, sorry, I put it in the wrong hand. Alright. Got this one. Thank you very much. I think we want to go Bloodhound Step against what's coming up here. Because it lets me get in really quick. I don't know if claws are still as broken as they were in Elden Ring. But claws were, like, funnily enough, turbo broken in Elden Ring. Kind of like a best of all worlds type weapon. Where it's very fast, but it also does a good amount of damage. Really good at stacking bleed. Which is nice. Seems pretty good so far. Oh, that is a waste. I did not mean to do that. I've been playing Clay Obscure, and the Clay Obscure button layout is slightly different from Elden Ring. So I've just been kind of messing up my button inputs as a result. Oh, Warming Stone is nice. Oh, let's get rid of this then. So in case you see me doing a couple of oopsies, that's why. Against the crystallian, though, I want to make sure... I mean, assuming it is still the crystallian. I want to use a heavier weapon, because we need to do poise damage. But, where is it? There it is. Oh, okay, that's fine. Heal ones. And that should do it. Oh, that is violent. Just kicks it in the face. Alright, got you. Very good. We can get... Ooh. A flail? No, I don't think so. Level up. Alright, below 4. It's not too bad. It's not amazing either. We can come in here, learn about the locale, and that tells us something about just kind of like the nearby area. I want to open this chest, please. A long sword. Longsword is generally a good idea. So, it's not the most exciting weapon, but it is a good one. But I honestly think, like, our Bloodhound Fang weapon, or Bloodhound Step, Bloodhound Fang at home, I guess, is probably the best way to go. Great EP. EP? Reduce spell FP cost, that's fine, we're not really using spells. Alright, run, 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 run. Where are we right now? We're still inside of the circle. So that's good. We need to make sure we are fighting some more enemies. Ideally some bosses. Again, I don't really know where they are. We did find these. This right here is a merchant. Which might be useful. Do you sell anything we need? Some weapons. No. Nothing that's like worth the souls, I think. I would rather level up. But I also need to find something to do. There's a lot of space still, so we don't need to stress too much. Alright, let's run, 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 run. There's a couple of guys over there, we'll just leave them be. I want to go into this. Just hoping there's a boss in there. It's nice that you can jump and climb. I don't know, it just feels good. Oh, hello. I mean, I guess you count as a boss, I guess. Alright. We're gonna need to take this one a bit seriously. Oh, fuck. And that's why, yep. Oh, no. Okay. I see the advantage of using this. Oh my god. Nope. Whoop. I'm out of healing. Okay. I am probably dead. Yep. Oh. Yeah, that guy is nasty. We lost a level for that. That's unfortunate. I will not just give up on it though. I gotta kind of recover my stuff. Alright, let's use our ability. Here. Luckily there is no full damage. Is this guy coming down here? Can he? Oh, he did. Can he go up? I lost track of him. There he is. No! No! Gotta be kidding me! Oh no! Oh man, how did my jump attack miss? Oh, okay, well. At least we didn't lose another level. Where did he go? He probably warped back up top. Oh no, I am wasting my entire life right now. I mean, I'm not giving up at this point. Oh no. This guy's way too strong. Oh, he just like poises through everything. No, I'm dead again. Oh my god. Oh my god. Well. I mean, look, we're not winning this run, but I am killing that guy. Eventually. Maybe I should be using a different weapon. Because my weapon is kind of ass. Yep, the knight is moving again. Oh my god. I'm honestly baffled that this guy... I spawned somewhere else now. Yep. Because as soon as the knight starts moving and you die, it will spawn you closer to where you're supposed to be. Alright, so we just kind of threw the game. That's alright. We make mistakes, I guess. I mean, honestly, the moment I saw that guy, I should have just left it. Because that is an insanely strong enemy. But I'm just like, I can't. Am I stuck? This is actually a bit of a problem. You can sometimes just be in situations where you can't really escape the wave and then you're forced to die. Which I'm not a big fan of. Doesn't seem to me like this is one of those situations. Like I did find a way through. Tactical throw for content? Yeah, right. We're throwing to make the content worse. Oh, man. Yeah, I don't have enough for a level up, I don't think. I have to say, I don't really like this character's abilities very much. They seem just like a little bit pointless. Something that I definitely feel like is a bit of a problem here. That the characters have some abilities that are like very specific. Not all of them. Like Wilder, the first character we played, has some nice stuff that is just useful. This one, I'm not sure what I'm supposed to make of my regular ability. It feels a bit strange. Is there any chance I can get another level? No. Okay. Alright, there are no more races. And we're spawning in the enemies. Okay. Yeah. No stagger. Got this at least. There's one behind me. Let's get to our healing spot. Alright, we're good there. Okay, well we made it through the dangerous portion of these. Which are the big rats. And we didn't use too many resources. And now we're fighting a boss. Gaping Dragon. Gaping Dragon can spawn? Holy fuck. Oh, it's a small version though. Small Gaping Dragon. Just kind of like a little gaping. Gaping Dragon is not a very hard fight. So this is where I die because I said that. Yup. It's kind of awkward. It's like in a weird spot. How do I even fight this? Like, buddy, over here. You can, by the way, poke at Snoot. It does have this like front attack it does, this one. And then you can poke at Snoot. Or not. Or I guess no. Do you have to wait for the dash to finish? Oh, it's been a while since I fought the Gaping Dragon. Alright, we got a bleed hit. Okay. Come on, buddy. Yeah? Take your time. Oh, I think that's a new attack. I don't think the Gaping... Oh my god. Okay. I'm out of Estus. Oh, that's not so good. Uh-huh. We'll sit here for a bit. Mm-hmm. Get a couple of hits in. I mean, I guess I can use this. What is it doing now? Oh, it's doing the poison ooze. Oh, I guess that was good timing then. Oh, I got its tail. You can still take off its tail. Didn't give me a weapon though, that's disappointing. I always think that's very funny and like actually kind of super cool. That after you take off the Gaping Dragon's tail, it continues doing the tail swipe. And I mean, obviously it would, right? Like if this was a real living creature that was used to fighting with its tail, then after you took off its tail, it would continue attacking with it. Even though it's not there. So I think that's just kind of neat. Just some nice attention to detail. Oh, I like recovering some HP. FP. Ooh. I don't know what this does. In Dark Souls, this destroyed your equipment. I doubt it does that here, because equipment doesn't really get destroyed anymore. It probably just does poison damage or something like that, would be my guess. Either way, I don't think I want to get near it. Uh-huh. I get cursed. Well, that would be bad, wouldn't it? Yeah. It's a bit of a long fight, but we've got time. It's a long fight because we just don't really do that much damage. Can I outspace this? I did. Oh no. Come on, FromSoft. I even did it. I poked its snoot. That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to poke the snoot. I think I'm swapping weapons now. The last few HP are probably best done with something that's just kind of actually capable of hitting hard. Well, it's not that hard, to be honest. There we go. Alright. Cool. Took down the Gaping Dragon. Victory achieved. So now we get a buff. Blood loss in vicinity increases attack power. Parry to dispel incoming sorcerers incantations. Long invincibility windows during evasive maneuvers. Okay, so if I go with this, I need to play Bleed. I mean, Bleed is not a bad strat, but then I want to stick with my claws. At least for now. We can level up a bunch. Man Serpent Shield. Well, let's get rid of this axe. Because this one gives me... Look at that. Day 2. Okay. We're on the map. Let's just go to this thing here. Whatever that be. It's a church. Let's have a look at the church. Maybe it's pretty. Hello there. Headless Sky. Where do I know you from? I don't think these guys are in Elden Ring, are they? Are these in Elden Ring? No, the facing effect. That's definitely an Elden Ring thing. That's where I got the loot from, because I cut off its tail. That's pretty sick. Hora Luz Urshik. Great knife. Nah. Doesn't do anything. Alright, let's just do this. I don't think this ability is super useful, so I'm just gonna use it like that. There should be a boss. In my opinion. Like, I don't actually know if there should be, mechanically speaking. But I believe it would be good for there to be a boss here. It's apparently underground. Well, I don't know how to get underground. How do I get underground? There's a hole. Okay, let's look for a hole. I see no hole. I found a hole. Very good. Take down you. We can pick up exalted flesh, is always good. Get rid of the stone sword key, maybe? Ooh, this seems nice. I actually kind of want the stone sword key, so I'm getting rid of boiled crab. I need to keep moving. Nope, not ideal. We've got lightning grease, full moon crossbow. Nah. Is there something in here? Oh, that looks like a boss. Mausoleum Knight. Just one. That's funny because there's usually more. It's the Mausoleum Knights. Alright, let's equip some stuff. Bonk 'em. Heal really quick. And we got him. Nice. Rusted Anchor. Chain Link Flail. This also has Bloodhound Stab. And it has Bleed. Maybe I should be using that. Alright. I can't go through here. Although this seems like a worse weapon than the claws. Take Sacred Seal. Oh, Flame, Rejection, and Rejection... yeah, whatever. You can get sorceries just by picking up weapons that have those sorceries, which I think is pretty cool. Did I open the door? Alright, never mind. I'm confused. It's just the same exit here, right? Like, whatever. Alright, where are we? Probably walking into the wrong direction. I need to find a church or something so I can upgrade my Estus. Oh, we need to go, like, all the way over there. Alright, let's just do that then. Let's just go all the way over there. Up, 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 up. Alright. Hello, merchant. You have a way for me to upgrade. I can upgrade this. Oh man, I mean, if I can upgrade them, I am definitely equipping them again. I think the flail is just worse anyways. That just seems like a worse weapon. This way. Yeah. I like these big, giant creatures roaming the outside of the map. I don't know, it's just a cool aesthetic. Like an Attack of Titan style visual, but Attack on Titan had a cool visual there, what can I say? Alright, so we're going to that church. We're trying to be level 10. Like, at least. So we have some killing that we need to do. Oh, wolves. Uh-huh. So that was a stronger one and then there are weaker ones. Is that the hole? No, that's just a different hole. No, these are the enemies. That's the boss here, the oracles. Oh, I died. Wow, okay. Well, fuck me, I guess. Oh, that's not great. Oh, no. That loses me a level. Well, I mean, we are gonna finish this, though. Yeah, we got bubbled. Oh man, holy fuck. Alright, let's gather this first, just so it's taken care of. Alright, alright. Celebrant Skull. Let's get one more of these. Replace the flail I was excited about. This seems actually pretty strong. Maybe we can give this a try. Oh, well, we're back to level 7. This was not particularly effective then, was it? This is not where I should be. Where am I going? This way? I guess that way. I guess that way. Hello, doggos. It's nice to just have this, like, passive shooter thing. Take down you guys. What is this? It's a long sword. Straight sword. Straight sword. Lord Zorn's straight sword. I think I don't have time to worry about these kind of tiny, shitty weapons right now. Hello, would you mind? There we go. I mean, I know there's a beetle and we should be killing the beetle. And I will be killing the beetle. But also, you gotta play along a little bit, buddy. Astrologer stuff. No, 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 no. Okay, these guys are down. We keep running. I think we have enough souls to level up. So that's pretty good. Just need to find a place to do it. There's one ahead. That's good. Let's run, run, run. Maybe find some more enemies on the way. Yeah, there you go. Oh, I can't have both. That's funny. Didn't know that. I mean, I guess that makes some sense, right? Okay. We'll take down all of these. So these seem actually like they are somewhat reasonably leveled. Because I'm not just one-shotting them. And my weapon is fairly strong, I think. Fire grease. I mean, I actually don't have any consumables because I keep using them. Great axe. Nothing. Fire pots, nope. Proof damage negation at low HP, no. Okay, where is my level up spot? Did I run past it? There it is. That should be our priority. Alright, we're level 8. I mean, it's something. It's not crazy, crazy. Ancient heroes. Heroes of Zamorth. So not just one. Okay, well that's not great. Jellyfish coming in. Being annoying. Oh, I figured out why it's called heroes. Hello, camera. Thank you. Yeah, found them both. We found the second one. We do get a healing spot after this, so I think it's fine to just kind of like be aggressive and use our Estus. Oh, I just realized that that is not the final one. Okay. Let's heal. Hope that doesn't reset the boss. I guess we're about to figure that out. And then check for the last guy. Alright, we killed 2. HP bar loosely indicated there would be 3. Down here maybe? No, that's just the chest area. Alright, let's have a little look. Freezing pot, some sickle. Magic attack power. Yeah, no, that's... I don't think I care about any of this. But I am looking for the last guy. There we go. Alright. Let's take down the jellyfish. Do a little parry attack. No, where did you go? I've not been having luck with these jump attacks. Oh, wow. Okay. Gotta be careful here. I've got one more heal. And that does it. Okay. So that is this boss down. Cold Brick Hammer. Stamina recovery speed. No, 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 no. Oh, I wanted to heal. I was really relying on that heal. Well, that's not good. And I have to fight a dragon. Ah, well, okay. Do we have any dragon weapons? Not really. I think our claws are actually the best chance. But that is not encouraging. Is there any chance I can get to a healing spot? No. So we're fighting a beast man and a dragon. Alright, is the plan to just poke him? Okay. I hope you all got time. I hope you all got nothing better to do. Do I have a ranged weapon? I do not. I do, however, have some little glint blade stuff. It does make the dragon a little mad, but like not mad enough to actually attack. So we're good. Anyway, check on the cats right now. We're not checking on the cats right now. Do you see this epic battle we are engaging in? If the fight takes too long, the boss just spawns in, by the way. Oh, well, that's not good. How are the kittens? They're good. The two old ones are mad at the new one. So we've got a new cat. And, you know, when you introduce a new cat, it takes the old cats a while to adjust. And we're still in that adjustment process. Oh, hello, the Nameless King. Well, this is gonna be fun, isn't it? Ah. Thanks, buddy. Well, that makes my life easier. I don't have any healing. But I can let the Nameless King kill the dragon. Alright. Nice. Well, that definitely helps. Yeah, I have a lot of experience fighting this guy. But you would usually use a longer weapon. Yeah. Okay, sorry. But yeah, we got a new cat because ours are getting old. And it's just kind of good for the cats, right? To have a younger one around. I don't want to make the sound as if, you know, like them being old is inherently a problem. I just don't have any healing. I don't have any, like, appropriate weapons is the bigger problem. Great EP, great axe. Is this maybe my best weapon? I just need something that's kind of long. Well, this is actually okay, but I took damage and that's not okay. Yeah. Alright. Bit of a disaster. And we made it to the second night boss, so it's not the worst thing imaginable, especially considering it was the first time I played the character, right? Now, you might notice we get this, like, stuff at the end of each run. We can use this for permanent upgrades to make our characters permanently more powerful. And I actually forgot to equip any before the run, so that might be why we were a bit weaker. Okay, Recluse. Let's try this one. Discover affinity residues that can be collected to replenish FP. Collect the affinity residues of targets to fire an affinity exploding magic cocktail. And unleash forbidden blood chant to brand nearby foes with blood sigils. So this is a sorceress, I think. Which I think is cool. I don't mind some magic. Let's have a little look at what we can equip. Magic attack power up +1. Improved throwing stone damage, improved carry and sword sorcery. Activating ultimate art raises max HP. Draw enemy attention while guarding magic pots in possession at start of expedition. So I think we go with this and we go with this and then we have one here. Dexterity +3. FP restoration upon successive attacks. That seems good. So anyways, what was I saying? But yeah, so we got the new cat and they are still getting used to her. At first it was like, you know, they were very mad at each other. But it's gotten better now. They're doing kind of okay. Alright, so I can throw a magical cocktail. Nope. So this guy has magical residue, and if I do this, it gathers my magic back. And my ultimate is some sort of blood dance. that makes me recover HP and mana when I attack. Okay. And other than that, we are a ranged attacker. Which is sensible enough. I feel like we can make this work. Okay. Let's go. Let's get in there. Well, at first the cats were kind of upset, but now they're sort of getting along. Like, we're at the point where they just, like, they're no longer screaming at each other from across the room, and instead they're just like, if the cats get too close to each other, then they yell at each other, but that's fine, that's normal. And the new cat, Nisa, she really likes Noah, which is funny. Like, she just really likes Noah. It's just really obvious that she really just kind of wants to be near him. And she always, like, tries to go up to him and tries to get him to play. And he's not entirely convinced by this idea just yet. But, you know, once he gets around to it, once he gets over himself, I think he'll be happy. Alright, there's something up there. I like that I can climb up walls. I think that is good. Alright, what are we getting? Improved spellcasting +2? Oh my god. This gotta be the run. Friends, if we mess this one up, then that's... Oh, that wouldn't be a good look. Oh yeah, hell yeah. Improved spellcasting +2. Oh, don't die immediately, please. Okay. The first level is always really important because the stats going from level 1 to level 2 are... There's kind of a huge difference there. So she also got the different dodge. She's got the Bloodborne style dodge. Alright, we're just still gathering up items. Like, if it comes to the early game, we really just kind of want literally anything. Because as long as we have something in our inventory, it's giving us some kind of benefit. Regardless of how valuable that necessarily is. Big church? Yeah, why not? Ooh, no fall damage is also nice. There's just like a lot of this kind of streamlined stuff in here in terms of the movement and gameplay that I think works really, really well. Give me my mana back. I am running a little low on mana, which I'm not entirely sure what I can do about that. Like, what do I do once I'm out of mana? I guess I have to use... Yeah, I'm out of mana. I guess I have to use a weapon. That feels like it goes against the idea of the character a little bit. But here we are, stabbing people again. I run out of mana very quickly, which is a little bit annoying. Improved ranged weapon attacks. I'll equip an exalted flesh. I'm just gonna assume... Sorry. Oh, I can't equip that yet. I'm just gonna assume that improved ranged weapon attacks includes my casting. Do I try to kill the boss of this area? I feel like that might not be the best idea. But here we are. Having bad ideas. Okay, at least he doesn't have a lot of poise. Alright, I have some sort of mark on him. Can I use this to extract magic? Yes. Uh-huh. That is nice. Ultimate? Oh my god, why does this take so long? There's a huge, like, kind of lag. When I cast without having enough. Alright, well, we got him. I don't know what that last thing did, but it's cool, I guess. We will get this, of course. An improved catalyst. That I can't use yet, but we're about to level up, so it's fine. Alright. So we're level 3. I did some big explosion at the end there, and I am honestly not sure how. So we can fly a little bit. Probably go over to this castle. If I can just land on top of it, that would be very convenient. Well, oh, there's another, that works too. Oh no. Wait! This is not a ranged weapon. Okay. I mean, Carry and Slicer is a very, very strong attack. Especially since we already have a buff for it. But it still requires us to go into melee range, which is a bit of a problem. Not this guy again. Oh, okay. Well, he nearly killed us in a single attack. So that's bad news. Alright, he's back there. Let's kind of just try to get some hits in. That do very little. Alright. Oh, he just absorbed that? Okay, no, it's doing some more damage. So when I have a certain number of stacks on a target, I will get an additional effect, it seems. I mean, that's cool. It's not explained in any capacity. Yeah, no, we're not getting there. This guy's my arch nemesis. Oh, man. There's just not enough time, is there? Because the circle's shrinking? No, it shrunk to this space. So I can actually do this. He should still be in range. Just barely, but oh, close enough. Quite literally. Alright, we do this. We are invincible during it. Which is kind of wild. Why are you hiding? Please come over here. I am trying to kill you. Oh no. No. God. I keep... I keep wasting... I keep throwing entire runs on this shit. Okay, let's just pick up our souls and call it a day. But he's so close to dead. Wait, where are my souls? Here? Wait, actually, where are my souls? Oh, they were on an enemy. How weird. Okay, come on. Oh my god. This better be worth it. This better be worth it. Nothing! No, we got a bunch of souls. Oh, we actually got a lot of souls out of that. Okay. Alright. 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 Okay. It wasn't that bad. I mean, it was bad, but it wasn't that bad. Okay, but lesson learned, lesson learned. We're never ever fighting one of those guys again. They just take too long. They're too tanky. Alright, alright. Nice jump. I am impressed by your jump. Okay, I have summoned a little thing that attacks nearby things. Stone sword key. Carrion Slicer is a good ability. Yep. I think we've actually got a pretty nice magic setup here. I missed. I don't think I have enough time for the boss here. Because we are on the second shrinking already. So I just need to try and get into position for the boss fight. Over there is something we can use the stone sword key on. We need to remember that for after the boss. Oh, what the fuck? Oh no. I've run out of magic again. This does not work if I don't have enemies. I need to find a healing spot. Okay, there's one past that tree. I don't have time for you. It's probably not worth it anyways. Nope. Don't have time to figure that out. Because I really need to get to a grace. Run. Think we might be able to do it. Even if I take some damage, it's fine, because I restore my Estus. Okay. And now we're going here. Well, that seems sensible. All things considered, I think I'm actually in like a pretty good spot. Yeah. Oh, I could level. Well, too late. Too late, missed that one. I just realized I actually have a lot of souls. What are we fighting? Okay. Yeah, let's reclaim our mana. It's gonna be a pretty important factor here. Just how much mana do we actually have? It's kind of a shame that the way to play this is I actually don't want to kill the enemies too quickly, because I want to reclaim my mana from them. Okay. And if I kill them too quickly, I can't do that. This is like a much more sensible version of the Dragon Knights. Okay. So we came out of this with a good amount of mana remaining. And on full HP. Oh, it's Godrick. Hey, buddy. What are you up to these days? Still being a weeder? Presumably. He's got a slightly different moveset here. Compared to Elden Ring. Let's just use our ultimate. It's interesting that they just made it so that the ultimate makes you invincible. But I guess that long an animation would otherwise be very difficult to not make super weak. Oh, fuck. That had more reach than I thought it would. Alright, get my mana back. I need to just play very patiently here. Make sure I regularly reclaim my mana. I summon this little guy. He gets a tail now. You know, FromSoft likes giving people tails. It's just like something I think they think is cool. They're not super wrong. Yeah, I gotta be careful, that last attack has some range. Okay, rolling time. No, I will not bow before you. Don't be ridiculous. Have you looked at yourself? Mm-hmm. We can summon our little wisp again. Yeah, I now understand how this character works, right? Like we apply this little debuff. We can use that to reclaim our mana after we've done that a couple of times. We get access to... Oh, we get one shot, I guess. That's what we get. Alright, well that's a bit discouraging, I'm not gonna lie. Alright, let's just kill him. Let's just kill him. Alright. Poisoning of Scarlet Rot heals. Blood loss increases. Summons a dark cloud of stars overhead while walking. This is the kind of stuff that I think they're doing really, really poorly though. Right? So let me ask you, what do you think while walking means? To me, I thought that meant while walking. I'm walking, right? Turns out I am correct. That does actually work. Never mind. Forget what I was about to say. Alright, let's come over here. Alright, we're level 8. So that seems pretty nice then, actually. No, I tried this before and it didn't work. Maybe I just didn't walk slowly enough. And the only way I could get it to trigger is by casting or by using an Estus. And I'm just like, okay, well in that case, like it probably should just say that. But it turns out I was wrong, sorry. That was a complaint that I was just completely incorrect about. Turns out you just need to walk slowly enough. Nope. 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 Oh, reduce skill FP cost. That seems alright. I hope that actually works the way I want it to. We did not do that castle yet, right? And I also remember there was the circle. And we have a stone sword key, so we probably want to do that. So let's do this castle first. This castle should be pretty trivial. These castles are... I mean, it's just... first, it's just Fort Height. Oh wait, no, never mind. It's a different castle. Okay. It's an adapted virgin castle. But we have a nice attack for this. I just hope we don't get interrupted out of. Yeah, these are usually kind of tricky if all you've got is physical damage. But since we are primarily a caster, we are fine. Where is my reward? There's my reward. Stormcaller. This is useless. Alright, well, we're not taking any of it. But we level up, that's good. And there should be a chest still at the top. I think. Alright. Let's have a little look at this. Fire grease, lightning grease. I mean, I guess I should pick these up because I really got nothing else going on. I think down there. Right? This way? I'm looking for... Yeah, there it is. I want to take this down. Because this is another boss fight. And it's just a... You know, we've got the stone sword key, so we might as well use it. Oh my god, this is the worst possible boss fight. I don't know if we can win this. No. I will actually immediately give up on this. Crystallians, you need to break their poise. And then you deal damage to them. And magic is notoriously bad at breaking poise. So this is just literally the worst possible boss fight for us. And... the thing about it is, like, generally I feel like the rewards are scaled a bit with how difficult the boss fight is. I'm not sure if that is true. That's just kind of the impression I'm getting. You have weapons though? Yeah, but I'm squishy and it's just not worth it. Like, I don't think fighting the crystallians is worth the trouble. Look, we already wasted a lot of time fighting that Dragon Knight. Do you really want me to waste even more time fighting crystallians? Improved magic attack power. That seems good. I think we don't need that, do we? When there are so many more things we could be doing. Like going over here and having a look at what this is. I'm not entirely sure what it's going to be, but let's have a little look. The night grows stronger. I also just realized I am out of mana again. There was a grace over there. Okay. Reclaim some of our mana. I don't think I can finish this in time. I can have a look down here. There should be just some rewards. A scythe, holy grease. Starlight shards, that seems great actually. Improved skill attack power. It is better than some of the other stuff we got. So we will just kind of take it. That seems good enough to me. Alright, we need to go this way. It's nice too, because this way there's a grace. So we can pick that up as we are getting back into position. There are things that are meant for day 1 and things meant for day 2, but it isn't told anyway. Yeah, so this is where we kind of like, I guess, get into criticism of this game. Of which I have many, actually. So I like this game, obviously. And I think this game is also kind of a little shit. So it has the usual FromSoft problems of just like not communicating anything. Or at least not communicating in a way that makes sense to anyone. And that's not great. Especially not for a very fast-paced game like this. I am not fighting you. There are so many of these here. This is my worst nightmare. This is literally just, this is hell. You know, in a game like Elden Ring, you can take your time with, like, or like you can kind of say, well, we'll just let the players figure it out eventually. What do I want with this? Jar cannon. Do I have anything that I want to replace this with? I guess this? I don't know if this is a good idea. But I have a strong attack now that I can use like a single time. Never mind, it wasn't even that strong. This shoots glintstone arcs. Oh wait, no, that's the same as before. There we go, yeah. Okay. Let's actually just start with an ultimate. So I've got the cooldown going on, you know? Oops. Healing, please. Alright, we'll release this. I kind of got the feeling I need to use my melee options more. I died instantly. Yeah, I have not actually found any new weapons. I'm still using my starting weapon, mostly. And I mean, that's not good. I'm not happy that I'm still using my starting weapon. I can use this occasionally, but it's just kind of got too long a cast time. Yeah, the shield is a problem. Let's release this again. Just kind of trying to reclaim my stuff. Nope. No. That's the only attack I have that deals substantial damage. I mean, I will still finish this fight because it's low enough that we can just kind of get, like, we can get the 2 opening hits in. And that should be fine. And it's not a far run. Alright, because this does actually deal a lot of damage. It's just not something I can usually cast. Yeah. So, oh, I was complaining about not having a proper weapon. There we go. Oh my god, there's a whole bunch of stuff here. But I don't think any of this is actually what I'm looking for. So the default attack here is Comet Azure. Well, that seems a bit excessive. I don't really want to fight you. No, thank you. But yeah, the fact that this game is, you know, incomprehensible in the way FromSoft games usually are, I feel like that doesn't work super well here. I will get this and replace this. And that's mostly just because it's so much faster, right? And that is a factor that you gotta keep in mind. How the fuck do I get out of here? Can I climb up this wall? Yes. Okay, so that's good. Does this get me out? No. Am I just stuck? I guess I need to walk back the way I came. But I am dead. Well, let's just kind of see if... I mean, if we die to the night, then we die to the night. Oh, we might die to the night. I'm dead. I guess I can't just check literally any of this. Is this better than maybe this? Probably. Probably better than that. Yeah, I mean, that sucks. It's kind of weird that there's a room with just like 2 closed doors. What am I supposed to do? Alright, so well, we're here. We're level 9. Level 9 is okay, I guess. So this still has a regular attack, right? Yeah, good. Because it's just much more powerful. Than what I had before. But having Comet Azure is also fun. I like that. But the game also doesn't communicate stuff like which enemies you're supposed to kill at which levels. And I know that like a certain element of that is just going to be knowledge, but it is also just like a bit frustrating. Okay. Oh no. So, Comet Azure? Oh, that is not a good use of my mana. Definitely don't want to be doing that. Oops, that's the wrong button. Alright, summon this guy. I just need to refill my mana. Okay, do this. Luckily that doesn't do a lot of damage. Wow. What a dash. My guy can run. Uh-huh. Okay, so we've got the big ones. I can use the smaller ones just to kind of refill my mana a bit. You know, stuff like the complexities of this character. And I actually like it from a gameplay perspective. But god, I mean, this just takes a lot of guessing to really figure out how it works. Alright, Folding Star Beast. Actually a pretty good matchup for us. Because we can't just... oh no, wrong button. Did it work? Alright, the button worked. Okay, that's not what I expected. Yeah, it's a little odd because the way I have to fight right now is like mostly using what would normally be the secondary options. Oh, that just killed me. Okay, my bad. Yeah, no, that's okay. What, I don't know what I was expecting. Oh, fuck. That still hit me. Thought I dodged it. Oh, nope, okay. Alright, let's get some distance. Reclaim our mana. I am out of healing. And I have used my second life. So we are not in the best shape. And this does not have enough range. We'll refill here. Oh, no, I can't be getting hit by this. Oh, that's death. Damn it! I wanted to refill my mana, but I was at the interval where it doesn't refill my mana, it casts the other spell. So I got stuck in the animation. Ah, man. That sucks. That sucks. Alright, okay, so now is probably a good time to kind of talk a little bit about the problems I see with this game. And there's a certain thing about this that I think is really just like a bit philosophical in a way. And I don't know if this is an argument that will make a lot of sense, but let me just kind of try to make it, and then maybe you can tell me how stupid it is. So, I think FromSoft finds themselves in a really strange position within the industry, right? Because their games are... By the way, I'm just buying more of these upgrades. You can just pick some up here. And I have a bunch of money. Their games are really beloved. Like, people hold the idea and name of FromSoft in high regard. And that makes sense. They've been releasing great games. However, there are some things about their games that are definitely open to criticism. Like, for example, FromSoft, while they do innovate, they do also often kind of fall back on their own internal ideas in a way that feels a bit silly. Like, Elden Ring should have really been using a much more Sekiro-style combat system based on how the bosses are designed and how the game is laid out in general. And instead, it uses a very Dark Souls-style combat system, which is weird. Doesn't really work super well, right? There are some bosses in Elden Ring that just kind of feel like shit to play against, What are you doing? Just...
I can wait, but I only have so much. What if my sword?
Okay, I'm confused.
It is only the setting of the...
Alright, just lifting a stone, I guess. Let's go. Have a good time, buddy. So FromSoft basically, they fall back on like a bunch of their own internal stuff that they repeatedly use over and over again. So they reuse a lot of their old assets. They reuse bosses within games, bosses outside of games, I guess across games is the better way to put it. They reuse enemies across games. A lot of this stuff, right? And that's fine. That's actually just a smart way of making these types of games, right? But then at the same time, they also reuse like grander things like the combat system, which maybe isn't necessarily right. Now, Elden Ring got a lot of criticism for this that I think is very justified. Again, as somebody who has played a lot of Elden Ring and really likes Elden Ring, I agree that Elden Ring's combat system is not right for the type of game it is and for the type of bosses it has. But there's like a little bit of a problem that FromSoft have as well. They are known for making difficult games, right? And so since their games are supposed to be hard, since their game are supposed to be difficult, it puts them into this position where if their games aren't difficult, because people have played way too much of them, what do you do? All right, let's just kind of play this guy. Hey, Twitter Cakes, thanks for the sub, appreciate that. If their games aren't hard, if their games aren't difficult, because the player base has just played way too much of them, then that still kind of takes away from their reputation, which is why they make the games harder and harder and harder. And that's how we end up with Shadow of the Erdtree Radahn. And Shadow of the Erdtree Radahn, especially in its first iteration, was way, way, way too difficult. In fact, so when Shadow of the Erdtree, which is the Elden Ring DLC, came out, there was a lot of criticism levied at it that it is too difficult. And then there were people just like, it's FromSoft, it's supposed to be difficult. And honestly, as somebody who played Shadow of the Erdtree and beat it without really much difficulty at all, even though, right, I beat it without much difficulty at all. Even though I didn't have like any additional information or anything like that. I wasn't abusing anything. I just kind of like have a lot of experience with these games. I thought it was too difficult because I know if I struggle with some things, which I did, then there are going to be people where it's just going to be a little bit impossible for them. And that's not just kind of trying to sing my own praises. That's just like realistic because I have played literally thousands of hours of these games. So really, that's just how it's going to be. Hey, will I watch TI this year? Yeah, I was planning on doing like a little comeback stream to watch TI together. I thought that might be fun. Well, not comeback stream, like come back for a little stream to watch TI together. So, what was I saying here? Right. Shadow of the Erdtree was too difficult. But it would have been manageable. If not great, but it would have been manageable if FromSoft didn't have some of the other problems that they always do, like a lack of communication, right? If in Shadow of the Erdtree they had just communicated which goddamn level you need to be at because they introduced a whole secondary leveling system and they didn't communicate anything about it, then it would have been more manageable. Like I got to Radahn and I was level 8. And I thought, oh, level 8. 8 out of 10, right? No, it's 8 out of 20. The game just doesn't tell you that. So when I fought Radahn, I thought like, this is, God, I mean, this is just really hard. Like, how am I supposed to do this? But turns out, I'm not. I was underleveled. But I didn't know that because the game just straight up did not tell me. Oh, where did you come from? And that's a problem, right? And that's a problem that's like based on this kind of, I don't know, lethargy, lack of kind of movement regarding some of these other things that FromSoft is doing that can also be observed here. right? Like FromSoft have a bunch of things in this game that are just the same problems that they have in every other game. So what does that mean then? Well, the thing is that as much as I enjoy playing this game right now, as much as I like Nightreign, this game I think is too expensive for what it is. Because it is really just not that much. It again reuses a whole bunch of stuff. I mean, there are entire sections of the Elden tree map that are just copy-pasted straight into this game. Like, literally this bridge I'm on. Yeah. Like literally this bridge I'm on is just a copy-pasting from like a section in Elden Ring, specifically the section in I don't know, in the rot area where there's the giant on the nearby hill. I don't know what it's called, but that's that area. So there are very significant chunks of this map that are just copy-pasted. And when I say just copy-pasted, I mean obviously they're not just copy-pasted, right? That doesn't work that way. But in essence, right, they're copy-pasted in spirit. Oh, tower shield. Well, now that is actually kind of interesting. That is actually kind of interesting. Sorry. Okay. I think... Oh my god, where do these guys keep coming from? I think that this game right here did not take FromSoft a huge amount of time to make. My immediate guess as to what this game is, like in general, is that somebody experimented internally by with the combat system. Because, as I said, Elden Ring had a combat system that was outdated and inappropriate for what the game was. But because the player base is getting better and better and better, the game needs to get faster and more difficult, but then the combat system just feels awkward and clunky, right? Like the Sekiro enemies are way stronger than the Souls enemies. And that's because Sekiro, you have a way better combat system for those kind of fast-paced fights. It makes sense there. So my guess would be that FromSoft, we're experimenting with making a game, or like making a combat system that played more into this, that played more into these Sekiro-style ideas, and... let me just see if I can get anything here. That played more into these Sekiro-style ideas, and just kind of fit better. Race while walking? What the fuck? Let's just kind of get this. So if I do this, I spawn race? Nope. Alright, never mind. So, again, that is my theory here. And then, it turned out to be just kind of fun. Right? Like, it is pretty fucking sick. You've got your abilities, you can do some really, like, big scale stuff. And it makes sense too, because one of the, like, main criticisms of Sekiro was that Sekiro, for as brilliant as it is, and Sekiro is absolutely fantastic, but for as brilliant as Sekiro is, there's not as much character individuality in that game, because the combat is so streamlined for Wolf, for our main character, that it just kind of doesn't work. You cannot have this RPG style progression in Sekiro, just because then the combat isn't as streamlined. So it seems to me like what they're doing with this game, what they were testing, okay, well, what if you know, instead of having just like one character or infinity characters, what if we had like 10? Would that be okay? And I think the answer to that question is a resounding, yeah, that sounds alright. Oh, I am probably dead. No backstab? Well, sucks to be me, I guess. Oh, wow. I cannot believe that missed. That is actually crazy. There we go. Got the backstab. But as they were doing their internal testing, they probably at one point asked themselves, well, can we sell this? Right? It's just like, okay, let's just kind of make a couple of characters, slap it onto a map, and then call that a game. I don't know what this move does. I probably shouldn't be using it in the middle of the boss fight. Okay. Let's pop these really quick. Flaming Strike, improved critical hits. Can't use it yet. I'm definitely under-leveled. We gotta kill the other guy. I guess I can just use this for that. Man, that's a cool ability though. It plays really clunky. It's visually very impressive, but I have very little control actually. Oh yeah. Nope, that's not great. That's not what I want. At least I got rid of the other two guys. I hope I have enough time for this. Alright, one more. So in my eyes, they took something that is like clearly a smaller project, and then they found a way to sell it, not necessarily at full price, but like, you know, Expedition 33 is 40 bucks. But this is also clearly a game that did not take them like a huge amount of time to make. Alright, we have a bunch of levels, so I can now equip this. This seems alright. And that makes me think what they... Okay, let me go into a bit of a different direction really quick. As I said, there's like a bit of a philosophical argument there, and I haven't really gotten there yet. So basically what I'm saying here is that I don't think this game was a huge effort for FromSoft. I think this is a game that's mostly an experiment, and that kind of like tests a bunch of ideas that may or may not be a good idea for their next game. And all of that is fine, right? But I also think it's worth keeping in mind that many things in this game FromSoft already had. Like, they didn't have to make the Red Wolf of the King Consort because the wolf already existed in Elden Ring, right? They just took that unit and put it in here. Boom. Same moveset, really. Mostly. I mean, I think there's like a tiny difference. And there's a huge difference between making something completely from scratch and making just kind of like most of it. Or not, sorry, just kind of like modifying it so it fits. There we go. So, FromSoft find themselves in an interesting position in the gaming industry, I think. Where FromSoft is a studio that mostly lives off of its reputation. Yeah, that I don't know how to fight that. It jumps around too much. I can't actually kill it. It's a studio that mostly lives off of its reputation. Where if the next FromSoft game releases, it will sell like crazy, right? Like if FromSoft releases Elden Ring 2, it will sell an insane amount of copies. Just because it's FromSoft and they released Elden Ring 2. That's it. Their reputation precedes them, right? Like that's... They are very positively acknowledged by the gaming culture as a whole. Okay, let's run. I actually don't really like this weapon. Do I have a better one? Just this, but I mean bleeding is probably better. I don't know. So anyways. In that way, I think their reputation is actually their most valuable and important asset. Right? For FromSoft, what I think they should worry about the most, from a purely capitalistic point of view, is that they maintain this reputation of being, you know, the company that made Elden Ring. If people look at From Software and think to themselves, damn, they sure made Elden Ring, then no matter what they do, it will perform excellently. This also means, though, that the moment FromSoft lose that reputation of, damn, they made Elden Ring, and instead get the reputation of, right, I don't know, they made, like, Elden Ring, Radahn farts twice. Right, once the reputation of prestige goes away, and instead the reputation turns into something that isn't as good, I think they will start struggling even if they spend a lot on advertisement or something like that. I'm like in the worst position to fight a crab, I think. Going away from the purely capitalistic point of view, which I think is also a valid opinion to hold, I think, you know, there's just some value to actually making cool art that you can be proud of in the long term. Probably use more Nestus here. Okay. Worm face. Oh, this guy. Alright, let's just go into it. Oh, he summoned some more crabs. Oh, my transformation ended. Well, I don't know where all of these guys are coming from or what I'm gonna do about them. This right here is not particularly inspired boss design, is it? Just throw a bunch of enemies at them? Like, does this make you think, damn, this is a game by the company that made Elden Ring? Like, damn, it sure is prestigious like that? I don't know. For me, it doesn't. Oh, fuck. I need to get out of this curse field. Hello, rat. I gotta kill all of these ads. Out of healing. One more. Nice. Oh, I missed. Take this. Oh, Death Blight build-up. Well, I guess that is nice. Can get rid of this. I don't know how to get there. This guy is clearly not in the circle. Right? Like, this is another thing. This is just clearly so clunky. Like, yeah, from this kind of arcadey, wacky point of view, it's still fun to play. Like, I'm not telling you that this is terrible, but you get what I mean, right? Like, it's not great. Is it? Where's their slugs? I think these enemies are here to drop the healing things. Or the Death Blight things. Alright, let's just transform again. Can I not? There we go. There we go. Got him. We transform back. That was just a very tedious fight, I have to say. Critical hits, restore HP. Yeah, why not? Maybe we can get something that, like, gives us good poise damage. We definitely need to find better weapons. I don't want to fight a Death Bird, no thank you. Definitely not going over there. Wait, I'm taking damage? I killed the boss! Oh. See, this is the kind of stuff I'm talking about. This is just, like, unrefined, weirdly unfinished, it feels. Like, I get that, okay, sure, you know, like, technically I'm outside of the circle, but why am I taking damage? I killed the boss, just let me start running. Right? Like, it feels clumsy. So I think a game like this, for as much as I enjoy it, I think it does have the possibility of tarnishing FromSoft's reputation. And I think that is actually a really big deal for them, for that company. Specifically for FromSoft. It doesn't apply to any other company. Not in the same way. Well, maybe the people that made Expedition 33, but anyways, setting that aside. So, what is my point there? I think this game is too expensive for what it is. I mean, look at this. I can't fucking hit this crab. I can't hit the crab. Ooh, that seems fun. Beast Claw Great Hammer. Mm-hmm. Okay, we got a black knife. That does, like, a lot of damage. Oh, man. And breaks my poise really easily. See, this is exactly what I mean, by the way, with the combat system. Just not really being suitable for what the games, or like how the enemies behave. They have such long chains of attacks. This works in Sekiro. It does not work as well here. Because all I get is just like one attack and a dodge roll. Which is funny, because like, there's long been... If you are good at these types of games, then you know that at their core, they are weirdly turn-based. And so that's why I think Expedition 33 works incredibly well, because that's a game that just says, oh no, let's just actually make it turn-based, right? Am I dead? Okay, not quite. Yeah, keep running. Ah, that got me? Alright, alright. I mean, I think that's just not a fight that we really should be taking. I don't have a good weapon for it. I haven't really understood how this works yet. Is it just like a different weapon? Wait, is it a parry weapon? Oh my god, come here, crab. It's funny that the crab eats my souls, though. I like that. Alright, I am curious. Is this a parry thing? No, I am dying. I don't know what that does. Oops. Okay, let's just kind of pick up our stuff and get out of here. It is a parry. Oh man, and now I need to learn how to parry? Okay. I'll just keep strafing. Nah, it just keeps dancing around here. Look at this thing. I don't know. Block is parry in that case. So that might be my issue, right? So my main problem with this game is really its price point. I think it's too expensive for how many problems it has and how many problems it represents. What I think, if From Software were super fucking based, what they should have done, they should have released this game for free. And that might seem a little unhinged. But, like, hear me out. Hear me out. I think From Software can afford it. Like, that is my first argument here. They can't afford it. They are not strapped for money. Also, they clearly did not spend that much effort on this game. They just didn't. We know that because we know what they can do when they put in effort, right? The fact that this game only has one map tells me all I need to know about how much time they invested into it. Well, that's a big problem that it only has one map. This game really should have more than one map. Man, I am struggling to find good weapons. That's turning out to be like the pattern across all of this. I think From Software would have been able to release this game for free. I think they can afford that. Now, is that by itself enough of an argument? No. But here's the thing. Here's the next thing. As I said already, I believe that FromSoft are in a unique position where their most important asset is their reputation. And as is, I think this game will not be fondly remembered. I think this will be kind of a negative mark on their reputation. Not a hugely negative one, but let's say they release another 2 games that people don't like. this will be the game that will be remembered as the start of that downfall. Right? Where people will then point out, oh no, they started being lazy with with Nightreign. These problems have been like, you know, really apparent for a while, but that's where it was clear that they were never going to fix them, and so on. If, however, they released this game for free, I think none of that would apply. And that's kind of the funny thing here. I just cannot deal damage to these guys. That is so wild. I don't know how you're supposed to defeat these. I mean, these are whole ass boss fights in the base game. Nah. Learned my lesson from earlier. Not doing it again. So, what was I saying? If they released this game for free, however, then that would have communicated a couple of things very clearly. First of all, this is not like a proper release. This is just a little thing we made that we think is cool. It also would make it so that that people would be incredibly forgiving regarding its issues. Because, you know, it's fucking free. Stop whining. By releasing it for free, I think this game would be remembered as like the absolute giga chat move that FromSoft made that one time. Where every other studio would have like bashed this game out really quick and then released it for like $40. FromSoft just went, made it, and then fucking threw it out there for everybody to play. And of course, what they ended up doing is actually, you know, releasing it for $40. And I feel like that was just the wrong move. Yeah, I got one shot. Where are my souls? I lost track of them. This way, this church. Weep weep. My guys be making funny noises. Man, I really should not be using that. That is just way too slow. I think it would have been like a huge benefit to them. And I think the cost would have been not that high. Why are all of these so shit? These are all unusable. Alright, well, we're back to level 8, I guess. I don't think we need that much more to get to level 9. But we gotta run. Ooh, there's a scary enemy there. I don't like these flyers. They're just a bit annoying. That didn't hit. Okay. And I think I am probably being like unreasonable and fanficky in my description here, right? Where I'm just kind of like, I want From Software to be better and different from the other companies in the industry, and maybe they just aren't. But the fact that I'm having this thought, where before this game's release, I would have been like, no, they're clearly a bit different. You know, I feel like that is kind of the reputational damage that's being done there. And maybe I am just overthinking things. But I feel like it's at least interesting. Hello, friends. Don't mind me. Just gonna pick up some stuff. No. This actually has the best guard boost I've found, and it's still not very good, which is a bit annoying. Alright, we've leveled up again. I feel like you can actually level up pretty well by just killing literally anything. Is this the circle we're going to? No. Alright, let's go over here. Let's check out... Yeah, whatever. Actually, I do want this, because I don't think I have a use for the smithing stone. Alright, run, run, run. Maybe some demand by Bandai Namco influenced the price. I don't know. It's just like, I think 40 bucks is just expensive for what this is. I think it is just an expensive game for how much effort they put into it. And you know, like, in a way, I think that is being a bit unfair. Because it assumes the context of it being FromSoft. And... Oh, what are you? And here's the thing. If some indie studio were to release this exact same game at 40 bucks, I would be like, hell fucking yeah, charge more. Right? But because it's FromSoft who are releasing it at 40 bucks, I'm like, no, it's too expensive. Is that fair? I think so. Because I think the context does matter. Who is making it is relevant. Alright, so what's the boss fight for this? Give me the Nameless King again. Ugh. Well, this is not what I was hoping for, but... I guess it is something. I would just be down to try the Nameless King a second time. Should I transform? I probably should, right? I mean, this is kind of fun, this like kaiju battle. Oh, it's doing something. Lightning? Frost lightning, right? Alright, that's fine. Yeah, we can just kind of hold shield. Never mind. Alright, it had some other move. Now, it's also worth keeping in mind that I'm playing the game incorrectly. And I think a lot of people are playing the game incorrectly. Because it's meant to be a co-op game. And from what I've observed, that is not how most people are treating it. Yeah, this doesn't do anything, right? Damn it. Okay, Okay, so like the little spots in between do matter. I thought I just needed to get out of the entire field. That doesn't seem to be the case. Well, yeah, see, this is kind of what I mean, where it's just like, God, how am I even supposed to hit you? You move around so much. And like, yeah, okay. It's probably because I'm supposed to have 2 teammates. So is the next Elden Ring then gonna be a co-op game? Probably not, right? That's like a bit of an insane assumption to make because of this game being a co-op game. I don't know. I think this game just like throws up a lot of really interesting questions. Oh, well, we're probably dead. Not quite. I'm just trying to hold my ground in the heel. I just can't hit it. There's a gap here that's too wide. Yeah. Alright, you got me. I think it's probably time to do some co-op. Let's do one co-op run. I do think, from what I have seen, the vast majority of people are not playing this game in co-op. And I think that makes sense. I think because people want a game like this, they just want it to not be co-op. They want to play it by themselves. But let's do co-op. So, we're playing multiplayer. I'm just gonna enable everything. By the way, this is another one of those tiny things that annoys me. It's like, I have to enable everything every single time. Why? Just remember it. Oh, okay, that's fine. So, I'm gonna play Iron Eye. This is also like a little bit weird. We got the character selection again. But it makes sense for co-op, so you can coordinate a bit. You've got a tank. You've got a bit of a support. You've got a bit of a ranged character. So I wonder how this is gonna go. The problem with co-op is, of course, that it's incredibly unpredictable what kind of allies you're getting. I don't know if my great monologue over the last half hour really made any goddamn sense. So I was just kind of playing, but I don't know. I think it's actually surprisingly tricky, this whole situation. Ally wants to go over there, okay. Sure, why not? Ooh. Nobody's willing to join me on this tree sentinel thing, okay. I mean, to be honest, that's probably the smart call to make. Because I did not deal any goddamn damage. I died. I was so far away. What the fuck? Alright, well, I guess I'm dead. No, that's fine, I guess. I mean, my allies must think I'm some goddamn idiot, which is fair. Alright, let's level up. There is a church here. Which is good, because that improves our Estus. And you are taking on this castle. Alright, let's take down Fort Height. I'm calling this Fort Height because this is exactly a one-to-one copy-paste of Fort Height from Elden Ring. Oh, good job. I'm glad I could participate. See, this is kind of why I don't really like co-op. Because, like, even if you have competent teammates, right? That doesn't necessarily mean it's more fun. It's like, yeah, okay, my team is good, so I don't really do anything. But another problem is that it's laggy. You may have noticed right there that the enemy did not die when I killed it. Right? It is laggy. It's just, that's the sentence. That's the analysis there. It is just laggy, and I think that sucks. Holy damage negation. Proved attack power, full HP seems good. I will just pick up some of these, because why not? Alright, we're running over there. Hey, I'm just following along. I think there is a world as well where FromSoft could have made a game like this. That would have just been like super sick. You know, where it's not like a Fortnite like... I hate that term. But you know, where it doesn't have a Battle Royale circle or anything like that. And instead it is just like a proper roguelike, you know? Randomized map and everything. If it was more complete, I would have less complaints. Oh, okay. Got him. Gain 10,000 runes. Yes, please. That's nice. I like it. Okay, we're running this way. This person knows what's up. FromSoft multiplayer, try to not have delay issues. Duskbloods will be a disaster. Yeah, Duskbloods has me worried as well, right? Because like, FromSoft released this, then they released Duskbloods. Isn't that like a pretty... And if Duskbloods is like this as well, this like very tiny thing that is still, you know, fairly expensive, and then has, you know, the same issues as every other goddamn game they've made. You know, what do things look like then? Let's get the harp bow. I don't know. Just picking up random shit, honestly. Let's go. What is my strongest bow? This, I like the hot bow as well, just because it's kind of funny. It's a concept that comes up in games surprisingly often, but like, what if a musical instrument was a weapon? Just want to slap people with a piano. Alright, I am here. I have done it, friends. I have gone where you wanted me to be. Question. Where are they? Hello? I've lost my team. I guess they're over there. Alright, I'm just gonna try to chase them down, I suppose. Friends, slow down a little. Okay, I found them. Oh, they are... No, they're in some sort of dungeon. I don't know how to get there. I guess I'll just kind of do something else in the meantime. So. Oh, I do not deal any damage? I deal a little bit of damage. Maybe not any is a bit of a strong word. Okay, just shoot him in the face. Is there another one here? This guy is not considered to be the boss. Oh, I got looked at by something. Hello, buddy. Which of these is the boss? Are you the boss? Don't look like it. Are you the boss? Nope. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe making a boss just like be free random enemies scattered around an area is not super sick necessarily. Alright, friends. I have done something productive, maybe. Add holy to weapon. Well, I guess we've got that. Where's my team? I mean, I'll find them again eventually, right? Yeah, they're running around over there. Oh. We'll see. Oh, is that them? Hello. Okay, they're fighting one of these guys. Yeah, I'm ranged. I'm good at resurrecting. Maybe. So you just hit your teammates to resurrect them, which is a bit silly. But it's the kind of arcadey silliness I can actually get behind. Did I die? I died. Well, yeah, I mean... I don't have any HP because, like, I got some sort of debuff on me. Nice. I contributed. I do actually think I did contribute. Oh yes, successive attacks restore FP. That seems actually amazing with Barrage. Alright, isn't that a nice synergy right there? Alright, I'm coming, friends. Oh, magma worm. Are we fighting the magma worm? What's the magma worm situation? I have just yeeted myself off the map. Magma worm situation is that I am fucked. Get out of here. Let's get out of here. I don't wanna fight it. I don't wanna fight it by myself. No thank you. That doesn't seem like a great idea. Hey, see, I killed this boss for us. How good is that? Alright. Do you see why I'm not as big of a fan of co-op though? Like, it's so hectic needing to keep track of your teammates and whatnot. Alright, you want to go all the way over there. Hey, there's the Draconic Tree Sentinel again. Probably don't want to take that on, would be my guess. That seems like a silly idea. Alright, run, run, run. We'll come in here. Up we go. Who is this? Power gained. Enhances attack power depending on runes in possession. Make your choice. Take enhanced, take sacred flask, take runes, take improved physique. Trial of the aesthetic. I don't know what that means, but I guess it's cool. This is cool. I like this. I wish I had more than freaking 10 seconds to figure it out. You know what I mean? Can you imagine they made this game, but it wasn't co-op, and they actually properly put effort into it with like randomization, randomized maps, lots of events like this, and you just work your way through a map and like figure stuff out. I mean, I'm just saying, would have been sick. I cannot afford this. I can't afford it. What do I need for my hotbow to upgrade? It does not say, but I'm just gonna say that it might be one of these, so we'll find out. It wasn't. Oh, right, it did say, and I just didn't see it, because it's not super visible, but also because I didn't see it. I'm gonna say that's my mistake. What's going on there? Why is it... It's a whip. I don't want the whip. What am I gonna use a whip for? Alright, hello, I made it. I am here. Oh, hands. I don't like hands. Like in general. I'm a hand hater. Ooh, a bow. Is that for me? I'm just gonna assume it's good. Oh. There's a whole situation. Does it do holy damage? It does do holy damage. I gotta check my weapon really quick. I think my hotbow is actually better. It does less individual damage, but the barrage. That gotta be worth something, right? Centipede demon. Okay. Would you mind? Oh, that's not so good. I should probably just use my ultimate really quick. Okay, and I can now apply this mark. This makes me deal more damage. Yeah, when you're playing with 3 people, it sure is easier. Who could have seen this coming? Alright, we got him. We got him. Restores FP upon guarding? No. Flask slowly restores HP. I don't know, seems kind of... Like, is that not a downgrade? But we'll take it, I guess. I don't need this. I should have kept the other bow as well, because it actually increases my damage. No, you can't leave yet. I guess you can. You can just take the damage, right? Like, whatever. I mean, we're probably getting healed before we do any big fight anyways. Oh, I found a Black Knife Assassin. I guess I lied. Yeah. Well, just as long as I can headshot things, I'm... Like, you're an enemy. Fuck off. actually pretty important that no random like ads show up because they can really mess with things. Oops, I missed my dash. Got him. Hand Ballista. Raises potency of sorceries and incantations. That seems useless. Oops. I wonder how good a Hand Ballista is. It looks very silly. Alright, run. Flame chariots. Don't you need to jump into them? Oh god, this is not a viable weapon. Oops. Yeah, alright. You do need to jump into them. Oh yeah, it just like heals over time now. Is that good? Why would I want that as an upgrade? I'm feeling a little scammed. Okay, where's the next one? There's one more, right? You gotta jump on top, I think. I don't know if I can with a bow. Like, I don't know if this is possible to do with a bow, so... Albinoric bow. This is better than the hob bow. So I should probably be using that now. Okay, it's just a bunch of these guys. Shouldn't there be a healing spot? Yeah. Because I want to level up. Level 9. I can upgrade the digger staff. Well, it's not super helpful. You don't sell what I need. Is there any drop here? Oh, hello. Chill. Alright, we're good. We're chilling. I need to catch up to my team. They are somewhere else entirely. In a weird way, I think they made the map a bit too vertical as well. Like, they gave you the climbing, and I think that's great. But there are often gaps where it just feels like, god damn it, how do I even get across there? And you know, you could argue that that is an advantage with like always being the same map. You eventually learn all of the spots. But I feel like that doesn't necessarily make for the best roguelike. I suppose ultimately what I'm saying is that my dream Souls-like roguelike still hasn't been made. Gotta do it myself. No, I have no idea how. Played an interesting game yesterday. I played Guards of Atlantis, which was like a MOBA board game. I honestly thought it wasn't gonna work that well. Thought they were like, I assumed there would be a bunch of problems with like the how it's laid out, just based from the rules. But then actually playing it, it played really nicely. I thought it was pretty fun. I don't know, it just popped into mind. Alright, run, run, run. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm not fighting the right Albinaurix. Good job, me. I did it. These are not good, but I do like some extra stamina recovery speed. Can't level up, that's fine. Let's go, go, go. I'm still just running. Yeah, the way people play this is that they just kind of like rush from one boss to the next, which makes sense. Elder Lion. Oh god, I will kill all of these. Give me one moment. So why did they make the dogs look so cute? That's kind of fucked up, FromSoft. Damn. This actually does a lot of damage, doesn't it? Hey, I'm invisible! That character that Yilin is playing has an ability that makes other characters and yourself invisible. But I guess not invisible enough. These are not useful. Improved attack power at full HP. Projectile damage drop off, reduced. I guess I get rid of the hot bow. I do like having increased power at full HP because, you know, I'm an archer. I can sit in the back. You can see that the game is clearly meant to be played in co-op. And still, again, if you just kind of check how people are playing it, they're not playing it in co-op. And I don't think that's necessarily like a miscommunication or something like that. It's not like people think that it's not supposed to be played co-op. Just people want a game like this that isn't co-op. That's my theory, at least. Alright, I'm level 9. Level 10, level 10. Level 10 is good. Still have a bit of time left as well. Up here we go. Thank you. Extra flask. We found our guy. I'm chasing this one down. I mean, ultimately, somebody gotta be following somebody, right? So I'm just the one doing the following. This is a boss that was killed by our teammate. Damn it. Stay away. Raises physical attack. Yeah. Oh, ooh. Gargoyle's Great Axe. That seems like a good one, but I don't want to carry it because I have... like, my inventory is actually full of stuff that's very helpful. Got a lot of damage amp in there, right? Although I'm not sure this one actually works. I think this one needs to be equipped, so I can probably get rid of that. Perfumer's Talisman. Salted flesh. Getting some extra healing is fantastic, obviously. Smithing stone. I don't think I can upgrade this with that. I need a smithing stone too. Alright. The whole team, the whole gang is back together. Nope, this guy's going somewhere else. Alright. Hey, I'm trying to help. There we go. I mean, I would say I do a pretty good job helping because I do a lot of damage. But yeah, I still have one inventory slot. I don't think the holy damage add actually works. Nice. Reduce, improve damage negation. Attacked enemies die regardless of remaining HP on rare occasions. I doubt this works on bosses. At full HP, I mean, I guess I will take this. Getting a 40% reduction on damage taken while I'm at full seems crazy useful. Alright, team, slow down a little. Raises focus. Attack power of arrows and bolts. Hell yeah. I mean, that seems incredible. How do I get out of here? Oh, you can just walk through. Oh, they just open up. Okay, well, that makes more sense. Yeah, okay. Well, didn't know that earlier. This is cool though. The whole like running together, getting through the world quickly. When I say my criticism regarding this game, I want to be very, very clear about one thing. My main point of complaint is that I think it's too expensive. If this game was cheaper, not even free, let's say 20 bucks, I think I would have nothing bad to say. I mean, I would probably still have the same core criticisms, but I would be like, whatever, it's 20 bucks, you know? Is where this tree is where the boss fight takes place. Is that how it works? I'm still trying to understand the language of this game, and I think that is how it works, yeah. Oh, interesting. Hey, hit somebody else. I'm entirely innocent. I'm not sure if using my ultimate there is a bad idea or not. But clears the ads really easily, and being a ranged attacker, I can actually charge up my ultimate pretty quickly. Oops. Being a ranged attacker, I should get away from that. Outland Commander. Is that Commander O'Neill? It is. It is just Commander O'Neill. Hey! Hey, 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 hey! Relax, buddy. Okay. Team, I need some help. Oh wait, fun fact. You can now do an arrow parry that I would have liked to show off, but oh well. Or an arrow critical strike. Why did I take this flask thing? It's so bad. Does it at least heal more? I guess the advantage is that if you're somebody who takes continuous damage, then you can continuously heal. Hello? Tank, please. Alright. Arrow, critical strike. Got him. Nice. Physical attack, HP restoration, or causes the yellow flame of frenzy to violently burst forth while walking. I probably take this. Just get the damage. And then this right here takes us into the spirit shelter, which then takes us to the final boss. Here we can still upgrade if we have anything that we can upgrade, which I don't. We level up to level 12. And I can purchase stuff. Probably should have done that ahead of time. I want some of these. I can only afford one. But being able to restore my FP at some point seems like a good idea. Well, I'm ready. Also, nice armor. Very cool. That, of course, is another Dark Souls 1 thing. Hey, Dark Souls 1 is cool. That's the game that really got it all started. I mean, I know Demon Souls came before it, but Demon Souls did not have the big success that Dark Souls had. And it's also not as good as Dark Souls. I think that's just kind of something that's worth keeping in mind. The reason why Dark Souls kicked everything off in the way it did was because it's really just an outstanding game. An outstanding in really the most literal sense, where it's just like, God, that thing's weird, but God, it's so cool. It's so weird and it's so cool. It's so weird that not even FromSoft dared to make a game like Dark Souls again. You know, with like the lack of fast travel. The lack of fast travel made such a difference. Alright. Final boss takes place in this fairly uninteresting arena. We're fighting Fulgur, champion of Nightglow. Who is a guy with one arm. But he's got a big stick. I'm kind of trying to keep it a bit chill for now. I don't want to overcommit. But I'm still figuring out how the guy works. Nice lag, thank you. Oh, this game is really laggy. We didn't have too much of it today, but I had a ton of it yesterday. And I'm not the only one that has had this issue. This is widely reported. But the game just like has lots and lots of these like frame drop lags. Even single player, like, does not matter if it's online or not. Game is just laggy. Hey, I mean, I'm doing what I can, which is shooting. That's what I can do, and that's what I will do. I was trying to like do a little bit of a sideways dash, so I'm not in the middle of everything. But that didn't work out the way I wanted it to. Chill! Oh, he's got another arm. Yeah. Ooh, please leave me alone. Thank you. Should I heal? I probably should heal. Because it increases my damage output. I wanna... Oops. Not do that. That was bad. Okay, we've got our mark. Blast and ulti. Heal again. Do a bunch of this. I think it's time to pop our shard. Just so we don't have to do it later. Hold on, what was that? Some nasty business going on. I'm held in place, but you're not holding me in place. I'm standing still, buddy. Because I'm shooting you. Alright, we got him. Good job, everybody. Very nice. Very nice. Alright, we got a win. Cool. So yeah, you can see there's a pretty big difference to playing solo and playing in a team. Pretty big difference. But I think overall, it's nice to get a win. Okay then. So that is Elden Ring. Oh wait, I got a little bit of a... Like, so there is some continuation and a little bit of a story and like lore and all of this stuff. It's not a huge part of the game, but it is there. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to give the video a thumbs up. Don't forget to check out the Patreon. I'll see you guys soon. Goodbye. Now I just need to wait. Alright, it doesn't let you tap out properly, so here we go. Now I can say goodbye. Goodbye.